So there's 3 tracks that are going to be on the new album.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about what each of them's about?
Mm-hmm. Full rundown.
Go for it.
I'll start with where should we begin?
Yeah, sure.
Because that's all I know how to do. I don't know why I did it the other way around for the performance. It's my anchor, that song. So it kind of is, that's the most, I suppose, so I talk about this record being existential. I feel like I go from one existential crisis to another. I don't know about you.
Yeah. All the time.
Especially this last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one's the most, I think, obviously examining that kind of questioning of what are we all doing here, and feeling a bit resentful about feeling like I've been shortchanged, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, this is sort of like taking a negative slant on life. There's also a part of me that thinks it's this beautiful, amazing thing.
Yeah.
And that comes across in the song, because by the end of the song, I'm kind of talking about how we very ready for some cheese. Ultimately, we have each other at the end of the day, and that gets us through those kind of questions that I'm asking. Like, I think I can't even recall my lyrics, but yeah, it's
cool.
Just talking about. I don't think I'm talking about God, because I'm not very religious. I talk about the painter and how I'm a bit like, this isn't as poetic as it potentially is, because I can't think of the song right now, the lyrics on that now, because I'm on the spot, but it's not how I expect it to be. Like the way it's been painted is not to my liking in this particular moment. But yeah, and then the arrangement of it, we wanted it to be quite expansive, and with this kind of, I suppose it has a more cinematic landscape, and I mean, this is on the record version.
Yeah.
But I mean, in its truest form, just me and a guitar, I love it as well. The record version is bigger and more expansive, and there's beautiful strings and things on it, and we kind of make something of that. I should know, like, is it a 7th chord? It's like a
Mark?
when Harry.
I honestly couldn't hear from where I was at, so
Okay.
if I'll let you know.
You're the harmony guy.
I mean, when we were like arranging it, because Harry co-produced it with me, he was kind of saying how it sounds like quite a lot like the particular like Tchaikovsky piece, this progression that happens. So just taking a little bit from my classical background, definitely. And then what else did I play? Work of art. Work of art. I feel like I'm rambling. Work of art is about a period of time when I was going through a lot of depersonalization and anxiety.
Ooh, okay.
And I was on tour, and it was about this realization of the kind of beauty of playing live and going out each night and being totally supported by the audience, and them kind of coming up to you afterwards and being so grateful for what you'd done on stage.
Yeah.
And so I sing a line that says like, "Bodies glow, you're a work of art," and I'm just talking about music fans, I suppose. And so it's kind of apt that it's come out this week when we're just about getting back to some kind of gig going normality. And the record version is it's got much more of a like 4-piece band feel than anything I've done before. So it's less on the folkier end of the spectrum and more, I would go like Americana maybe, call it that.
Cool.
And Left-Centered Weight is, I think that one's, I actually co-wrote that with Harry, and it's kind of about death anxiety.
Okay.
So it's quite abstract lyrically, actually, that one. And I don't know what to say about that one really, because that was production-wise on the record, that was kind of his one that I kind of let him run with.
Right.
But it's got all these kind of multi-layered things going on. It was really quite layered up in the production process, so quite a big song again, but or at least big in terms of layers.
Mhm.
that makes sense?
Yeah. Totally.
But yeah, all songs that I would hope stand up on their own without all
Yeah.
of that stuff, all of that
Yeah.
production stuff.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Oh.
songwriting. It's great.
Mm.
It's great.
Yeah, it's great how you are so honest with it as well. Like, it's you don't want to talk about it too much because the song's talking about enough, right? Like, like that's your vehicle to actually talk about it. So I know what you mean by if you have to do a press release. It's like, why would you read this article about what the song's about when you can just go and actually hear it as it's supposed to be?
Big on that
ingested.
view.
Yeah.
Sometimes when people are like, "So what's this about?" I'm like, "Just go and listen to it." And
Yeah.
And also, I love part of the love I have for music is about the interpretation of it,
Mhm.
Yeah.
each individual's interpretation and what they can take from it. So it's like, go and listen and see what you think,
Yeah.
and maybe that
Totally.
is in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I always think sometimes like if I found one of my favorite artists and I said, hey man, like that song on that album, and I'm pretty convinced it's about this and this and this and this is what you're trying to say, and they were like, no man, like you are nowhere near. But like cool that you thought that and you got that from it, and you know, yeah, because it's subjective, isn't it? So
Yeah, man, definitely.
it's all the beauty is.
That's the beauty, man.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast to catch up on new episodes every week. Also, check us out on our Facebook and Instagram at RecRooms, where you can find out about our other exciting music series. We also have this and all our other episodes of the podcast up on our RecRooms YouTube channel for your viewing pleasure. See you next time.